U.S. President Obama wrapped up his visit to Malaysia and met with Prime Minister Najib Razak, but missing from his agenda was a meeting with opposition leader Anwar Ibrahim. Instead, the president sent his national security advisor, Susan Rice. Well, joining me now is Anwar Ibrahim from Kuala Lumpur. Good to see you, Anwar. So the president said it's not so unusual that he didn't meet with you, saying that he doesn't get the opportunity to meet with every opposition leader in every country he visits. What do you think?
Well, of course, there's the general expectation that you should recognize the election results that we garnered more than 52% of the popular support. But notwithstanding, the president did make a specific reference to the Anwar case. Not meeting Anwar does not suggest that we do not we are not concerned about him. And that was strong, contrary to the incessant propaganda in the local media to say that Anwar is irrelevant and that United States have virtually abandoned its position. So I think I'm quite satisfied.
Okay, and earlier this morning you met with his national security advisor, Susan Rice. What did you talk about with her?
That they are mindful of the fact that changes and reform is required in this country. And of course, and also she requested from us some of our concerns. I came out and rather strongly to suggest the United States should deal with Malaysia, enhance its trade, business, investments, relations, but also expand it like the existing framework with Indonesia and Vietnam, where the human rights, civil liberties, democratic transition component is an integral part of this sort of bilateral relations.
Okay, and did you specifically discuss the appeal of the 2012 acquittal against sodomy charges against you? Did you and Susan Rice specifically discuss the details of that?
Of course, Ambassador Susan Rice is of course very familiar with the issue of human rights. She has been, committed to this for a long time. I was very pleased that she's quite appraised of the situation. And I told her, looking at the demeanor of the judges, the general feelings that I'll get a conviction, if not further enhancement of the jail sentence. And of course, she then reiterated that expect Malaysia to respect the rule of law and not use the courts to continue to harass opposition leaders.
So did she indicate that the U.S. would be supportive of you and of your case?
Well, she maintained that they would clearly expect Malaysia to respect the rule of law and judicial independence, which is not the case, and particularly such in my case or the late Karpal Singh and many other members of parliament and leaders of opposition and dissidents in this country. And I am quite pleased with her sense of understanding and commitment.
Okay, and lastly, since you didn't get to meet him in person yourself, is there any message you have for President Obama?
Legitimate expectations to expect the United States to remain consistent and coherent in its message. And that's why I did propose and suggest a comprehensive enhancement of bilateral relations should include, other than the negotiations, even on the TPPA, but trade and business and investments, but also an issue of human rights and democratic transition. And this is what the United States position has been quite clear, but they should not be seen to be condoning excesses and repression in some countries, including Malaysia.
Okay, thanks very much, Malaysia's opposition leader Anwar Ibrahim, for joining us.